All right, welcome to this week's Q&A. Listen, this is an interesting thought pattern I went through here. We were at an offsite meeting with our core team in our company, and I think it was Zach, my son-in-law and partner, who said, I wonder what the success rate in general is for real estate investors, because we spent a better part of a couple of days talking about how can we transform lives. Like, all we talked about is how much we care about you, the investor. How can we make your experience better? How can we put more dollars more quickly in your pocket? Like, that was the entire meeting. So I said, well, this is interesting. Let me Google it. First article that came up was from a company called WeLeaseUSA.com. I got to be honest with you and tell you, I didn't even go to the site. I just saw this article and I started reading it. And some of it I said, oh, okay, that's legit. And too much of it I said, this is ridiculous. And it's going to throw great people like you astray to the real facts in real estate. And it's very limiting. Let me explain. It said that there was a 95% failure rate, not success rate, failure rate in real estate with real estate investors. Now, I'm going to tell you what the article said, and then I'm going to tell you whether I agree or disagree and why, because I think there's some really cool lessons built in here. It said, I'm going to quote it. One reason is that too many real estate investors treat it like a hobby. I would agree with that. Or a part-time job. It's okay to treat it like a part-time job. We show you how to get out of your W-2 and treat it like a part-time job temporarily. It went on to say, instead, you must treat real estate investments as a real business. Now, it's kind of strange because I agree with treating this as a real business, but it said you must treat real estate investments like a real business. It's one or the other, guys. You're either doing a couple deals and a couple investments, or you're building a business. So yes, treat it as a real business, but put the business owner hat on versus the transactional hat. And it went on to say that's because it takes a lot of work for a successful investor, especially for rental investments. See, there's so much wrong with the nuances that are built in there, especially for rental investments. I would be the first to tell you, please, 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 please stop renting. When you understand what we're doing in real estate, you won't just be a landlord and rent your property. And I won't go into all the disadvantages there. It's not what this is about. Now, it went on to say, here are some of the best reasons why 95% of real estate investors fail and how to correct them. I don't know how they get best reasons out of the 95%. I think if you're failing, they all suck. So let's go through them. Number one, it said, discouragement leads people to quitting. Their first failure results in quitting. Nothing learned from initial failures means nothing gained. Okay, I would agree with that. You've heard me scream from the rooftops, and if you're new to this channel or you're new to seeing this video wherever you're seeing it, the fact is I've always said, look, there are a lot of shiny objects in real estate. Put the blinders on and give this 36 months, and you'll have a great experience. That doesn't mean the experience is great along the way. You're going to have failures. So I agree with that one point. I agree with a few of the things they said, but not many. Second point they said was, unrealistic expectations. Okay, I agree with that. Let me go on though. It said, too many gurus pitch no money down, get rich quick schemes to create unrealistic expectations. The only ones getting rich quick are the gurus. Now, again, conflict right there in that statement. Because it said, too many gurus pitch no money down, get rich quick. All right, they're two different things. Do we not teach no money down? Yes, I went through the crash, had no money, had no credit, had to build a business that way. It's a fact that you can buy, and we buy, and all our students buy, no money down. Do we teach get rich quick, no money down? No, there's no get rich quick in the entire real estate industry. So that's kind of a conflict there, okay? So yes and no on that one. Next one, they said, this is their number 3. It takes money to make money. Most rental investments require buying and holding along with reserves. And unless your real estate market experiences a fast spike, relying totally on the market, don't agree, expect to buy, rent, and hold until the market rises again. All right, this whole thing is wrong. No, you don't need to have a down payment. Would you develop reserves with our trademark 3 payday system all by itself without having that up front? Yes, you would. Different topic, different day for our QLS home study course perhaps. But it takes money to make money is one of the oldest misperception, myth, untruth you could possibly talk about. Number 4, it says, in their reasons, expect market downturns, prepare when the market softens, and here we are again, it says rent to classy tenants. There's the solution. Okay, I hope we're already convinced. I'm not going to keep going back to don't rent, but I just put a big asterisk here in my notes and put, just do creative real estate. When you do creative real estate, guess what? You don't care if the market goes up, down, or sideways. You don't. In fact, you welcome changes. My wife, we've been married 37 years. And Kim says to me all the time, and this comes up on every podcast I get interviewed on, hey, what do you think the market's going to do? What do you think it's going to do to your creative real estate business? And I say, look, one constant in real estate, it's always changing. So what we need to do as real estate investors is not buy and hold and wait for the market to get better and rent to classy tenants. It's get good at structuring deals and understanding how to structure deals to thrive in any market. You don't sit and wait. So we're a strategy. So just do creative real estate. 5, they say, learn patience as investing takes time. Okay, I agree with that, but here's what it goes on to say. Rental investments, here we are again, takes years of sacrifice and savings while waiting for the right time to sell. So there we are again. We're landlords and we're waiting. For what? There's no control there. You're waiting and you're at the whim of the market and the media and all the crap that goes on. So no, no, no. Learn patience? Yes. Wait? No. Number 6, it says, lack of business organization is a reason for failure. Buying a fixer home, rehabbing it, renting it, and selling it requires a good business organization. Well, I would agree with that. I do not advocate doing buy, fix, and flip. In fact, especially with a big asterisk in this market, we have large companies, fix and flip companies, coming to us right now going, look, in a sense of saying, look, we're challenged right now with the market the way it is and the rates going up and the margins tightening. Could you help our community with creative real estate? So I agree you need that business organization, and I don't agree whatsoever or advocate ever doing rehabs. Do I know how to do it? Yes. Do I do a few a year with my wife? Yes. Not as a business. I do not advocate that. All right, they have kind of some subheadings here, and they say find the right deal. Yeah, I agree with that. Unless you're plugged into a community that says filled with opportunities and really good at marketing, finding the really good deal takes work. I agree with that, but I also agree with plug into the right community. I've screamed for years to say plug into the right person, mentor, or community or group. Could be a meetup that is aligned with your values in the niche you want to be in or the niche you're striving in to become whatever they are already, success-wise. I do agree with that 100%. Community is huge. There is no community, I'm a little biased, like the Wicked Smart community. You won't find one like it. Tinker with it, experiment with it. I'm good, and I'll give you a chance to do that, meaning our community, and you'll say the same exact thing. Okay, next, it says manage the timeline. So after, unfortunately, it pins you again into a fixer-upper. It says manage your timelines. After you find your fixer-upper, make sure you pay attention to who rehabs it and if it's in a timely manner. And then it goes on in the same sentence to say holding on to properties while rehabbing costs you money. So again, all about rehab. It seems to me this whole article, the 95% failure, talks about rehabbing and holding. Okay, let's stay away from all that. Let's instead pivot. I could spend another hour on their article. It's just ridiculousness. Too much conflict. Let's instead say, all right, how does the Wicked Smart community then have about an 83% success/active rate with their investors when the national average is 95% failure, so 5% success? It's a big difference, guys. If I'm off 10 points this quarter with what I say with 83%, we're far beyond the 5% success rate. Now, I also could spend 3 hours here, so let me give you some high points. We have trademarked, proven, predictable systems that allow you to create not one payday from a fix and flip, not one payday from waiting 3, 4, 5 years, renting to classy tenants, waiting for the market to improve, none of that. But one that creates those 3 paydays that give you cash now, great, you get paid on that deal, cash every month thereafter you kick into place, and cash long term. That business model I just gave you without 3 trademark paydays, that therein lies the best business model, forget real estate for a second, anywhere. Next, doesn't require cash, I mentioned it already. And if you're buying owner financing or sub to existing financing, you can learn more about that in our course. Yes, you might need a little bit of money for closing costs, but you do not need money to do some of the techniques that we teach. You can create that income stream I told you. Like, I don't want to paint a picture like it's tomorrow, but once you go through your learning curve, whether it's 30 days for you or 365, I'm going to give you a broad enough range because that's what I see in the community. You can create those 3 paydays and you'll never stop once you do that. It allows you to successfully operate in any market condition. I said that earlier. We at the Wicked Smart community allow you to plug into a community that has the ownership, the family, the certified coaches and fellow students available to help you 24/7 on a Slack channel. That's how we ensure your success. Every single week, jumping on what we call a Wicked Smart Sit Down for free. Every single week, jumping on a mastermind for free. These are ways that you plug in so you don't fall into that 95% and you don't fall into that crap that we're talking about with fix and flip and wait for the market. Now, we don't underscore bold, we don't rely on conventional investing. I did that for 18 of my 32 years. So I would encourage you to surround yourself, immerse yourself with, expose yourself to people with experience, the community we have, the dream team that we use that we then say, oh, we just learned this new lesson, here you go. And I encourage you to immerse yourself in our podcast, which is sort of a place where they all hang out because I interview them and they just spew hordes of knowledge out for you guys to learn from. Now, there's one great place you can hang out to do this even better. Because it's upcoming, I have to mention it. I'd be remiss not to give this to you. We have two annual events. The next one is coming up called the Wicked Smart Summit. That's going to be on March 29, 30, and 31 here in Newport, Rhode Island. Everything I just said, the exposure, the techniques, the logic, the success rate, you can find in that room. And there's no better place for you to hang out for 2 or 3 days than with us, March 29 through 31. But even better yet than going to the site and grabbing a ticket, I want to give you a 50% off ticket because I just rambled about why our community is better. I want you to experience it. Just go to smartrealestatecoach.com/50 off, 50 off. That's going to give you a 50% off ticket. Now, I got to be honest with you. If our ticket price was 4 times what's listed on the website, I still have the same comment to you. There's no better place you can be. But I just gave you 50% off. I look forward to interacting with you, meeting you eyeball to eyeball, shaking your hand, and understanding your challenges and how I can help you, how the team can help you, how the coaches can help you escape your W-2 or escape whatever situation you're in so that you can have the 80+% success rate versus the 5%.